Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2021. It's career mode. We're on episode number 2, so we're just getting started. And I might have let these guys drift back a little bit too far. That last few hundred meters over the top, they really dropped back. There you go. Okay, they're okay. They'll recover. We've moved forward to stage 6 of this race after a couple more sprint stages. In or around the top 5 for Uribe on paper, he's okay. It's just in actuality where he's a bit off, a bit lacking, but we're doing okay with that. Meanwhile, this race, it's not even a sponsor objective or anything. It's our first race, so you give it a shot, you do what you can with it and see what the team is capable of. For this stage, it's punchy, so we're going to be looking at trying to see what we can do on a punchy finish, and we're okay here. I think will be semi-capable, but you can see just how much these climbs are already taking it out of this team. 6 riders in the break, 3-minute gap. Chokri, 62.67, so they're decently punchy. Raylanu, a 69.67 base, today is 71.69, but resistance isn't great, acceleration isn't great, but we're looking like that's our best climber on the team. And then it actually turns out Uribe is our other guy. He's only a 59 mountain, so a 62 today with a +2 and a 70 hill. So the 70 hill rating and a 66 resistance is fairly tolerable. And of course, compared to everybody else, he is much faster. So Raylanu, kind of the guy we're really riding for, but Uribe, we'll see what he can do, what he can kind of muster for a result today. This is the steepest climb of the day, though we are going to hit it couple more times. Up over the top right now, we want to try to conserve energy as much as we can, as much as we can kind of get these guys in one piece towards the finish. You can see we went over the top, but not really, because here's the actual top. And now into a very short descent before we immediately go right back into climbing. Zervis might be okay as a lead-out rider in the sprint, but he is a terrible climber, and you can see he's already, well, doesn't help that he's on a -4 race day condition, but he is really struggling with this one today. So he's going to go back. He's out of energy, and he will not be seen again in the Peloton. And he's actually a solo rider getting dropped on that. That's pretty sad to see. Nobody else suffering the way he is suffering right now. He's not first at the back, at least, but not much better. And we've still got a lot of climbing to do. We hit the top on that part. There's a sprint point there later on. Chokri, not a great climber. We're going to have to up his effort as well, the way we did with Uribe. So it's 86 chasing 6. And up we go again. Another Cat 3 climb. 1K from the top.
You see that? You can read the pain on the
and we're seeing potential splits in the field. It's a bit far out for that. 56K to go. This is actually a really good time to get water. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Hopefully before we hit that climb. A lot of guys dropping back. I'm guessing that's what they're getting. Wayne still hasn't gotten water. That's not a good thing. Now he has it. Now he's moving forward, but here's the climb. Go ahead and use his gel. Mugisha also. Jeez, these guys. It's been a while. Back to the start. New year, new challenge. Okay. Oh, shoot. Uribe, too. I didn't see him back here. I saw Mugisha first. Surface was just barely climbing. Mugisha offering a little protection for Uribe. Uh-oh. Ah, big split right there. Chokri, Uribe both caught out. Chokri needs to pull us back a little bit so we can make contact. Alex Howes. Or is that Damien Howes? Raylanu all alone at this point. Uribe hanging on at the moment, but this is 10 riders chasing a very small peloton of just 30 at this point. Now it's just 7 chasing. And see, this next climb. This next climb is a little bit of an opportunity. If Chakri can recover slightly, we might be able to get a rebate back up there. Otherwise, we're going to be riding with Raylanu solo the rest of the way. Alright, coming up on the climb. Let's go ahead and push forward now. There's the climb immediately. Riders going out the back. There's 6 World Tour teams at this race, by the way. So for a small Continental team to have that many around us.
There's an attack from inside the breakaway group.
Those guys accelerated big time. Raylanu, we need to step up his effort. Uribe now going solo, trying to make contact with the peloton, but I'm not sure he's going to get there. Uribe on the descent. He's not going to have anything left, though. Even if he gets up there, he's not going to have anything left. Meaning he's not going to help Raylanu. Decent enough flat rating. He's got a tiny chance still, but talking minuscule. And Raylanu stuck solo. He needs water. We're going to have to get it at some point. Uribe out of energy. Didn't make it. Alright, we're seeing a big acceleration by a few riders. Hagita is here. Knox is here. Alaphilippe, I mean, this is going to be a difficult group. These World Tour riders are going to be tough to beat. Breakaway's caught. 32 riders left. Okay, we got to get water now while we can. 27, 25. Group getting smaller and smaller. Recovery going on. And up. Water. Good.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
But now he's at the back of the group, which is definitely not where I want him to be. When we're seeing a minor attack here. Struggling to keep on the back of the group. There you go.
A team leader is falling behind.
21 left. For us to still be in contention is a good thing, because we're just that much weaker than these World Tour guys. Gel up for the next climb.
The finish line is getting close. The riders have
We're already in survival mode here. Trying not to get dropped. Uribe is dropped all the way back to the same group as Chokri, Wang, Mugisha. Okay, we make our way up through the group a little. And we're going to see a few riders going away.
Again, an attack is launched. The group
Not trying to attack here. Just trying to make sure I don't get dropped. I was hoping that there would be a handful get dropped, because that would push us up to a top 15. Now we're just fighting for a win when you've got
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Bayaliowski, who's gone clear. Looks like we're coming back at him, but just 4K to go. It's going to be difficult to catch. 30-second breakaway. 2.5K to go. DSM doing the lead out for Bardet. You can see a big tempo, big push, 1.5K. We are not attacking. There's no attack left in Raylanu. We're just trying to not finish last among the group, and that's going to be the case. Not last, but we're only ahead of a couple guys here. Handful. We're going to be 16th at best.
And it's a superb sprint win for
Bardet takes the win ahead of Alaphilippe. So DSM with the lead out works out. Dion Smith, that looks like maybe 17th. It is 17th. Right there with James Knox though. Yoshioka. That's not bad. We beat Lucas Hamilton, so I'll take it. That's Ben O'Connor. Looks like that's going to need some tweaking in the database to get that fixed. Ben O and Apos semicolon Connor. And we're now on stage number 7. We've got a little precipitory climb here, but the big climb is still yet to come. 32K to go in the stage. 5 minutes to the breakaway of 8. We tried to get in the breakaway today, And the Peloton was not having it. I don't know why they would not let me get in the break, but I think they were already, at that point, there was already 8 riders up the road, and they just did not want any more. So, Zervis barely made it over the short first climb. I doubt he's going to make it very far on this one, so we're going to gel up early for him. And then Chokri is probably going to go fairly early. We'll probably do that now. And then Wang just shortly after. We'll burn through those guys fairly quickly as they are not good climbers. Still, 18.5 kilometers to go, so this is about a 20k climb. It's not super steep. I mean, we're 4.5%, 5%, but it's going to take its toll because of the length of the climb. You can see Zervis already fading. Wang, Chokri's already been through his gel. He's hanging in there. Wang, same. And the other guys definitely feeling it. Mugisha needs to up his pace. I said up, not slow down. I hate how the game does that. You roll up and it pops it down to like a 70. Okay, Aribe also starting to struggle. Let's do it manually that way. Okay, Mugisha riding solo. I'd like to get somebody up protecting Raylanu. Aribe in a better position to get there right now. Let's go ahead and get him in there. And then... oh, did I say protect Mugishu? I did. How about protect the guy we wanted to protect? Raylanu, who is struggling at this point. Try to get them both up there.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Okay, so we are 50, chasing those 8. That gap that was 5 minutes is down to a minute. We're also down to 6k. Mugisha, not really gonna make it up there. Aribe, already fading. Gel up. Uh-oh, Raylanu's also in trouble. He's out of energy. 3.7k to go. Well, there's nothing to be gained. He's just got to go 99 and climb whatever pace he can. 30 riders going clear. No team support for him. There's just no strong enough climbers. It's a real problem for him, real issue.
A solo victory for Bardet.
Bardet wins again. Alaphilippe takes second. 1-2 for the French riders. Ben O'Connor, Leon Smith, Mankies. And we've crossed the line just outside of the top 20. 36th, actually, further down than I thought. We've got some work to do with this team, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's the final 20 kilometers. We're in Slovenia, and this is the first time we've been in a race where there wasn't a half dozen World Tour teams, meaning for the first time we're up against equal competition. In fact, Beat Cycling is the highest rated team that's here, so we actually have a real shot at doing something. You can see now with 15k, there's a ton of fatigue. There was a large breakaway, and it took quite a while to chase that breakaway down. And they have been caught, all but the last 3 riders. But now with 14k, this is fatigue territory for quite a few of the riders. We're going to gel up both of these guys right now. We'll gel up Ochoa not long after, but with 12.5k to go. Pace is lifting. This is the perfect time for us to go and not allow that pace to lift. This is where you keep those sprinters who weren't properly protected. You keep them under pressure. You keep them in trouble. So we brought our same 3 strong men, Aribe, Zervis, and Raylanu. So those 3 make up the sprint team. We brought 4 new riders that we haven't seen yet. Ochoa from the Philippines. We've got Gerardo. You got the Luna, and then Chung. And Chung obviously is looking decent, as well as Ochoa in terms of energy. So DeLuna and Gerardo, who are on poor race day conditions, are going to go first. Unfortunately, our top man, Aribe, -3. He's got a really, really poor resistance to begin with. But when you put him under these circumstances, he's quite bad. 11.5k to go. We've got that extra lead out man, but 2 of them are in really poor shape, so they're not going to last long. 10K to go as we go under the banner. Already DeLuna fading. It's going to Ochoa ready. Ochoa's going to have to take over here pretty quick. 8.5K to go, and last little hill here. Ochoa pushing on. Let's get Chung ready. Just 89 left in the Peloton, so this pace has done some damage. 6.4K. Galenu's gel. Ochoa still pushing on. Just going to start going a little bit harder here. Chung's going to go 99. We're going 99 from throughout now. 4 riders, 5K. Definitely 99. Now 4K. Oh, Ochoa has gone down. A late crash, something the game almost never had. 3K. I'm going to use Chung's sprint and Raylanu's sprint. These guys aren't fast enough to really damage, but this is really pushing us out front. Okay, back off a little. We split the field, just 16 now. Okay, final K, Uribe. Come on, Uribe. There's that sprint of his. Others fading. They went too early. We didn't go too early, but we get caught up. That was really close cross the line. I mean, we're half a bike length from winning that and only end up in 8th place. Vermeulen with the win. Then Ship, Wouters. Yeah, that's quite a few. That was close. That was tight at the top. But Uribe on this occasion, it was the lack of energy. We had to kind of hang on, right? We had that great lead out. We were in that strong position. Then we had to back off because they weren't going to make it to the finish. We backed off. That brought the other teams up, put us in that bit of trouble. So we're going to have our hands full with our sprint team this season. They're almost capable, but again, Uribe, unless he's got a positive race day condition, he is just so low on resistance that any sort of lead out destroys him, and then he's got nothing left to actually do his sprint. But the later you save it, the less of a chance he's got. So it's tricky. It's tricky. We had to back off. I like how the jerseys turned out. It's nice. It's early days yet, but let's take a look at what we're working with within the squad. So Uribe, 31 years of age, not much potential. He's probably already hit it or awfully close to it. Can't expect much from him. Gerardo, 25, but low potential. Sikong low potential, already 34. Mugisha, 23, but low potential. So he's still got some room for development, but he's only a 65 overall. Navarra, terrible potential, and a 59 overall, and 29 years of age. Ochoa, 26, a 60 overall and low potential. Raylanu, low potential, 28. Wang, 32 and low potential. Chung, same deal. Chakri. Okay, this is one of the only riders that has any chance of actually being retained, but you'll see why it's still a no. 24 years of age, 66 overall, 3.6 potential. That combination, this is somebody that could see their way into the low 70s. But let's look at his attributes real quick. Punchy, 67, but acceleration is only 65. Baradur is his top rating. So his 66 overall is based in large part due to a Baradur rating, which doesn't mean anything to me. He's ever so slightly punchy. He'll develop a little bit as a puncher, but at 66, he's not going to be much. So Chakri, no contract for next season. Probably not going to bother re-signing him. DeLuna, 31 years of age. Zervis, 30. That's it. So, on first look, none of these riders are going to be long-term with this team. And this is going to be that tricky part about what we're doing with this playthrough. Of course, if you haven't seen the first episode or you skipped ahead and maybe missed the details, I've eliminated the top 29 nations from contention for their rider pool. the UCI top 29 nations, I'm not going to recruit any of those. This is the World Cycling Center. So we are for 30 and below as of early June 2021 real life rankings. So all those big nations that are good at cycling, nope, not for us. So this is the handicap we work in. I can sign anybody else and we'll have plenty of money to sign people. But are they available? Can we get them to sign? Can I scout them? Can I find anybody with potential that we can develop and turn into a big rider? That's the question. It's going to be interesting to see. We might have to wait for new gens season after season and hope that somebody comes along we might be stuck working with. I mean, I'm sure we can find better than this, but how much better? I don't know. When and how we're going to see World Tour? Are we going to be able to properly develop riders to make that happen? I don't know. It's a new challenge. It's a different challenge. And I'm excited because it is going to be a challenge and it's not going to be a gimme. And it's different than the last challenge, which was just low finances and trying to get around and work around that. So different circumstances this time, and I'm excited for what we have in store. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. Also, comment, subscribe. It's really going to help with the algorithm for this series. First 3 episodes, it really matters. After that, if you like it, you keep watching. And if you don't, you move on. But the first 3 episodes really dictate the other 180 that follow that. So take that second, click that like button, drop a algorithm comment if you want, and definitely if you haven't, subscribe. There's also that bell icon, fun stuff. Well, anyway, appreciate you coming by and have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.